This is Brandon Kelly, IT 105-205 class, going to be upgrading HP computer today. First thing we're doing is upgrading the processor. Processor currently in the system is a 1 gigahertz processor. I have a 2 gigahertz. It's going to be doubling the processor. Second thing we're doing is also exchanging the heat sink. The heat sink on it now is just a regular heat sink. The fan's built into the case. This is a new style heat sink. Actually has a fan on top, so it's going to make it run a little cooler and faster, hopefully. The third thing we'll be doing is upgrading the memory. Right now we have a 128 meg stick in there. I have another 128 meg stick and a 256 stick. So with those three in place, that should give us overall 512 from 128. So to recap, first thing will be the processor, going from 1 gigahertz to 2 gigahertz. Second will be the heat sink, going for just a regular type, going with the fan built on the heat sink. So that's going to make it run a little better. And upgrading the memory from a 128 meg to adding 2 sticks onto the 128 to make it 512. So that's the three things I'll be doing today. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started with the processor first. I've already removed the clamps off of the heatsink that's on it now. As you can see, it's just a regular heatsink and the fan's built into the case. So we're going to go ahead and remove that now. It pulls off, it has some silicone on there. You see the difference here. Regular heatsink with a fan. So I'll be interchanging those. Okay, on the processor is a latch here. I'm going to pull it over and up, and it unlocks it. You're just going to reach in, pull it out. Be careful, it's got the pins on there. Okay. New processor, like I said, going from 1 gigahertz to 2 gigahertz. This has a little notch here, as you can see. It's notched on there. That way get in there correctly. And put some silicone on there, and it'll heat to the new heat sink with the fan on it. Alright, it's in there snug. And just push the lever back down and over to latch it back in. And that's that. So processor's in place, 1 gigahertz to 2 gigahertz. Put a little silicone on the new heat sink. Just get the power hookup for the fan. It's got these little guides here on the back, and that should fit up pretty snug. So we'll go ahead and put this on there. Gotta push down a little bit. And now hook up the power. Okay, now the power's in place. Should be it. Now I'm going to put the clamps back on. Clamps have the notches here. Just put the notches in, put your clamp down. Okay, there's one. These extra wires over here. Okay, so new heatsink, processor's in place, got the clamps on it down securely to the motherboard. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and move on to installing the new memory, or extra memory should I say. Okay, this is our 128. These are notched off center, so they only fit one way right here. So go ahead and start that. Okay, there's one. This one also knots, they're all knots the same way. Pull this down. Alright. And that should conclude everything. Two new sticks in place to make it 512. New processor going from 1 GHz to 2 GHz, and a new heat sink with the fan built on top. Power supply hooked up, everything's ready to go. And that should be it.